Hey guys, welcome back to Digital Gigger. If you're new to the channel, this channel is about helping you work from anywhere. And in today's video, we're talking about crazy things that people sell on eBay and actually make money with. So let's get into it.
Digital Gigger, work from anywhere in the gig economy.
So as you guys might know, if you subscribe to the channel, I used to be a power seller and I sold stuff on eBay for a very long time. And one of the challenges, and I mentioned it in a couple other videos, is sourcing products to sell on eBay. Nowadays, we have things like drop shippers that can source things from other parts of the world and just ship it directly to your customer. So as you can find that in the description box below. But in the old days, when I started out, we didn't have things like that. I actually had to get physical products to sell on eBay. And that was my challenge, is what am I going to sell? So I started off with what I had, and then I moved on and found new products and started to be creative and find other things. Now, I'll tell you a story of one thing that I did sell on eBay many years ago that I didn't think was going to make money, and it did. And then you'll see why I'm telling you this story when I go through the list of things people are currently selling. So many years ago, I used to go to a music store, a record store back in the day. We still had those. And they used to have a free magazine that would be given out every month to their customers. On this particular issue, the band Limp Bizkit was being featured on the magazine. Now, because this magazine was only a Canadian publication and only distributed through that record store, it didn't have a worldwide reach. So I saw an opportunity, because Limp Bizkit at the time was becoming a really huge band, and there was a lot of fan base that would probably want to have a collector edition item of a magazine that they couldn't get in their local marketplace. So I listed that magazine online, and I actually took a stack from the store, so I had quite a bit of them. Remember, I paid nothing for those magazines. They were zero cost, and I was selling them for $10 to $15 each, because I had put them at a start price of $9.99, and I actually had people outbid and go up all the way to $15 to $20 was actually the range on those magazines. And shipping was next to nothing, because it was just a standard envelope that I could put those magazines in. So I found a product that I can grab from a store for free and sell it on eBay and make some additional money. So with at least 100 copies that I had of this magazine, you can imagine that I was very profitable on that particular issue. So that gives you something to think about. But let's get into some of the crazy things other people are selling on eBay, doing it currently, and that you guys can figure out things to do also. So one thing is toilet paper rolls. I would never think there's a market for toilet paper rolls, but people do use them for crafts and things along those lines. So what people do is they'll bundle their used toilet paper rolls into a box and ship it out for people who want to do crafts. So you would think that's a crazy thing to do, and if you're germophobic, you probably would never want to touch toilet paper that's been in someone's house. But hey, it's a market and people actually need it and they buy it. So that's something that you had that you were going to throw away, and now it's turned into a product that you can sell on eBay. Interesting, to say the least. The next thing is people that live by the beach collect seashells. Seashells are free. They're there. Every day you see them as you're going for your walk with your dog if you live in a beach part of the country. And people buy seashells. Again, people who do crafts, decorating, a lot of people who do their bathroom like the sea theme, and seashells would be a perfect addition for that theme. So it's a natural thing that you can pick up for free and sell it on eBay for a profit. Never would have thought to do that. The next time I'm going down to a beach location, I'm definitely looking for seashells. The next one is people who live out in desert communities that have tumbleweed are actually selling tumbleweed online. And why would anybody want to buy tumbleweed? Well, one, it's a great decor piece, and a lot of bars and events have country themes. So what's a country theme without tumbleweed? I actually watched a documentary about somebody who did this, where they go around, pick up tumbleweed, and they actually started an online business. And tumbleweed can go anywhere from $50 to $100 for a piece of tumbleweed, or even more sometimes depending on the size of it. So if you're doing an event and you need tumbleweed, somebody's got to collect it for you. And if you live somewhere where there's no tumbleweed, it's something you might buy. So tumbleweed, interesting. Again, something I would never thought that people actually would buy online. The next one is even simpler. A lot of fast food restaurants give out their own special sauces. So people online are selling Taco Bell sauce. Their hot sauce isn't available everywhere in the world. Like, there's a lot of people that have traveled to the US and maybe became familiar with the Taco Bell brand and like that hot sauce. And now when they're going back home, they want to have that sauce to put on their homemade tacos or whatever they're making with them. So there are people that will bundle a whole bunch of Taco Bell sauce and sell it to people all over the world. Is it legal? I really don't know, because you can't just go into a Taco Bell and steal like, a million packs of Taco Bell sauce. But if you grab a handful and you bought something there, I guess you're not going to be in too much trouble for taking a few extra packs. So it's a business. The other one that was interesting too is that people also buy Chick-fil-A sauce. And recently I went to the US. I'm here in Canada. We only started to get our first couple locations of Chick-fil-A. And I tried Chick-fil-A for the first time, and they gave me that special sauce. I actually had a few packs that I brought back home, and then I used it with my homemade chicken nuggets. So I really enjoyed the combination of that sauce and the chicken nuggets, but I can't buy that and I can't find it locally. So would I be tempted to buy some online? Perhaps. It's an interesting concept. I might do it, but it's also a weird thing that you're buying a food item from someone that you don't know. But there are people that do want that sauce, and they'll pay the money to get it, and they do buy it online. So that's something that other people are selling on eBay. The other thing was vintage postcards. Like, you go to garage sales and you look at these old postcards, and you might be traveling around the world and you find vintage postcards for very cheap. If you get it at a low enough price, people do buy vintage postcards because they do crafts and put up decor in their home, and that picture would be something classic because they don't make that postcard anymore, especially if destinations, like you might have gone to Italy and you have like this really old postcard from the 1960s. That might be something that somebody might be interested in purchasing and turning it into some sort of art for their home. So vintage postcards. Vintage t-shirts also do very well, and they're kind of crazy because sometimes they're t-shirts with holes or very faded logos on them, but they still sell well on eBay because people like these vintage t-shirts. So you might be able to find some really cheap, or you might have some at home and never realize that there was a market for that. The last but not least is actually bottle caps. When you travel to other parts of the world, sometimes they have limited edition bottle caps for different events, maybe the Olympics or things along those lines. And if you take some of those bottle caps back home and wait on it, and maybe a couple years after this event has taken place, they become collectible and people will buy them. Or even wherever you might live currently, if there is a limited edition bottle cap, pick it up, hold on to it. You never know. You were going to drink the pop anyways, or whatever it might be, the beer. Keep that bottle cap around. It might be worth something on eBay in a couple years. So those are actually interesting products that people have come up with to sell on eBay and make extra money. We're sitting on stuff like that all over, and a lot of us don't make the connection that there might be a marketplace that would buy something crazy like that toilet paper or the Taco Bell sauce. It's your creativity and your research that's going to get that product from wherever you found it to eBay. So don't be afraid to list crazy things, because obviously people are buying them. As long as it's not illegal and it's not written in the terms and conditions for eBay that you can't sell it, then try it. You never know. You might make some extra money. I hope that inspires you to go out and look for things that you can sell and make extra money on eBay or online. So hey guys, if you like this type of content, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the little notification bell so you know when the next video goes up, and if you hit the like button, it helps us be found in the YouTube algorithm, and that really helps us. So we're constantly putting up content that shows you guys ideas of how to work from anywhere, make money from anywhere. And if you like that type of content, don't miss out on the next video. Subscribe, and we'll see you guys shortly, because we're working on a few other videos that I hope to have up shortly. So see you guys there.